My stepbrother had a leopard gecko named Typhon. Whenever we'd be in Kansas City for the day, we'd stop by PetSmart to buy crickets and mealworms for Typhon to eat. On the drive back of one of these many trips, we got to the topic of whether these bugs tasted any good. And I said, I'd be willing to try one. So my stepbrother takes a mealworm from its container, puts it in his hand, and dares me to eat it. And you know what I did? I crunched it down without a second thought. This was my first time practicing what's known as entomophagy. Entomophagy is the practice of eating insects, which has been done for thousands of years and is still done today. But eating bugs is more than just a way to pass time on long car drives over the flattest terrain among God-fearing Earth. It might be an inexpensive way to address global hunger, or just a weird new food trend. So today, let's bite down on this crispy topic by first looking at the history of entomophagy, second, the benefits and drawbacks, and finally, what the future could hold for this crunchy critter cuisine. Waiter! There is a fly in my soup! Now I'd like to order two more things. One, how long humans have been eating insects, and then how widespread the practice still is. In Mexico and the US, human fossils, which are thousands of years old, have been found with insect remains in the coprolite. That's a fancy word for fossilized poo. Given their abundance, along with their nutritional value, it's not hard to understand how bugs crawled their way into the diet of early humans. Now, coming in prehistory, we have countless historic accounts of insects worming their way onto people's plates. In ancient Greece, for example, Aristotle wrote how the Cossus caterpillar would be eaten in rural areas. And then the Renaissance, insects were eaten medicinally, from Germany and Switzerland all the way to Turkey. But it's not just the past our six-legged friends were eaten. According to Marina Aladives, a researcher specializing in environmental humanities, there are over 2,000 insect species eaten across the world today. In sub-Saharan Africa, for example, the caterpillar, the emperor moth, is caught wild, then boiled and roasted as a snack. Surprisingly, insects are seen as a valuable protein source in Australia and New Zealand, of all places. And in Papua New Guinea, insects have been a food source for thousands of years. In Thailand, there are over 200 insect species eaten as street food, including the giant water bug, which can be eaten whole or made into a chili dip, which, like all Thai food, is spicy. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. Now, I don't know why she swallowed a fly, but perhaps she's weighing first the benefits and then the drawbacks of entomophagy. It's a little known fact that most agricultural land doesn't go towards growing the food we humans eat directly. According to Arnold Vethuis, a tropical entomology professor, only about 20% of agricultural land goes into growing the grains and vegetables we eat. The other 80% goes into food for the livestock that we eat. Insects require considerably less food to grow, and have even been shown to thrive off food manufacturing waste, cutting the cost for farming even more. It's not just that. Insects are also buzzing with micro and macronutrients. Larval forms are bursting with fatty acids and have even been shown to have prebiotic and antibiotic properties, while adult forms have high levels of vitamins A, B12, and D. This can help certain groups, such as the elderly, get the nutrients they need. Now, on the other hand, you have bugs. You and me. To eat a bug? This is what scientists call the yuck factor. Disgust is a normal response when faced with the prospect of entomophagy. It's only natural to flee from fleas. And entomophagy isn't without its risks. If not compared correctly, there's a chance that bacteria and parasites could be vying for the vermin on your plate. There's also the very real chance that you could have an allergic reaction to ingesting certain critters. It's important to make sure that whatever you're eating is safe before something bad skitters its way into your body. Now that we've looked at the benefits and drawbacks, it's time to look to the future and how bugs could transform or metamorphose our world. For a cultural shift towards entomophagy to happen, younger generations could be informed about insects and their benefits. Adults are less likely to try something they see as new and foreign, but children are more open and impressionable to these new experiences. To start off, eating whole insects may give your stomach butterflies. So trying a recipe with insect powder or bugs cooked in with other ingredients may be more appealing. The best way to desensitize someone towards eating insects is create positive experiences with bugs as a whole. And a survey done by entomology researchers at the University of Maryland found that the more knowledgeable a person is about bugs, the more willing they'd be to give eating one a try. Now that we've looked at the history of entomophagy, the benefits and drawbacks, and what the future could hold for this crunchy critter cuisine, maybe gnawing on a creepy crawly doesn't sound so bad. So whether it be going through the drive-thru of quick filet or stopping by Mick Dragonflies for a humburger, maybe one day we'll all get to enjoy some tasty rub. Literally.